Ladies and gentlemen, after all the high-powered sessions so far, let's take a pause and witness an impactful demo of a personal AI server. I would like to invite on stage Sasank Chilamkurti, founder and CEO of Von Neumann AI. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for him. Do you need the mic?
Can you hear me? Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm not gonna take long. Gonna keep it real quick. Not more than 5 minutes, hopefully. So really lightning, right? Let me turn this on. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So can I get next slide, please? I'll quickly intro myself. Next slide. Yes. Awesome. Thanks. So hi, my name is Shashank. So I'm founder of Von Neumann AI. I was co-author of PyTorch. I'm sure people have heard of PyTorch here. And I was also like CTO of Cure.ai, one of the world's most adopted healthcare AI, right? So we deployed everywhere, right? So healthcare deployments are really hard, and like for numerous reasons, like honestly, like they are complex, they require complex burden of proof and whatnot, right? So, but we ended up deploying everywhere. You know, these are the photos you can see. That's on top of Mount Everest. That's in Nigeria. That's in Assam, and that's in UK. So we process 25,000 patients every day, right? And we like it's in 50 plus countries. You know, 2,500 plus centers. So a lot of impact, right? And how did we end up doing it? You know, because healthcare is really hard. So we ended up actually shipping compute. You see, our customers care a lot about privacy. They don't want, in the end, like who would want your chest X-ray or your CT scan to be, you know, given to some third party, right? It's something that you and your doctor's property, sort of like it's your trust that you trusted with doctor. You don't want your doctor to give your data to some third party. God knows what he will do with it, right? So that's why we ended up, you know, bringing cloud to the customers as opposed to, you know, what most SaaS companies do, which is bringing customers to the cloud. You know, their data bringing to the cloud. In a sense, you know, the last panel was about RIP SaaS. You know, this might actually end up happening now because of in the AI world, privacy becomes like very important. And many of these layoff sort of discussions happens, in a sense, go back to privacy, right? So we ended up basically shipping this compute, and this was much cheaper and profitable way of doing AI, right? So now I'm going to expand this sort of reach to multiple companies, right? Across startups, finance, rural and government, right? So to basically have faster, cheaper and private AI. So that's why I'm unveiling JOHNAIC. It's your own personal AI server. So this is, see, it's plug and play, like it's literally running on a stage. I mean, I usually do it to make a point that it actually runs anywhere. Like on a stage, you don't need like crazy data center, whatever, like you don't need any of that. Like throw it in a corner, it'll work, right? You can keep it anywhere, and it's small footprint, it's not particularly big thing. And the best part is the software of it make it work like cloud in a box. It makes it work like a cloud. So you can access this from wherever you want, run SaaS apps in it, in fact, right? So it comes with its own operating system. It comes with like many open source, you know, SaaS applications. For example, ERP Next. So Kailash Nath from Zerodha spoke about this, right? Where a lot of things like our self-hosted open source applications. ERP Next is one of those applications that he uses, like I spoke to him, he uses as a CRM, right? And they say, like, I'm sure many of you guys have used Jira. There's an equivalent version of thing called as Plain right out of the box, right? And then, of course, we are an AI conference, so it also has a It also has LLM built right into it, Llama 3, right? Llama, which is an open source model from Meta, right? So, how does it compare to actual cloud, right? How does it compare? So if you see, it's super competitive. The reasons being, number one, like the AI speed is much faster because you're not sending your data anywhere, right? It sits right there, and your data is, and your AI is also running right there. And it's far more secure because no third party is seeing your data. Right? Although you are using third-party applications and third-party employees are not seeing your data, which is a big win for many of the organizations. It's easy to use. I mean, well, like people, as much as I used to love cloud, like people find it complex. You need to hire like heck ton of DevOps engineers to do the job, right? And Kubernetes cluster crashing, whatever, like downtime because of that. There's no such thing. Like you just have to ensure it's powered on, right? That's all you need to do, right? And it's going to cost like a fraction, like real fraction compared to cloud, right? So how is that? So here's cost dynamics versus public cloud. I have taken a instance from very favorite, everyone's favorite public cloud, like very similar spec as what I have here, right? And here, like what happens in public cloud is that your cost goes up in a linear fashion, like over the time, as like because you pay per hour, right? As opposed to what you're normally used to paying for hardware, which is like paying one time, right? So this is an on-prem hardware, so you pay it for one time. So you pay it 2.5 lakhs one time, where in cloud you keep on paying every month about 80,000 for the same instance, which means that in 3 months you are break even, right? So that's how costly cloud is, and that's how costly SaaS is, right? So of course, like compute is useless without applications, right? What are those applications that my computer is going to run? That's what matters, whether they are in AWS, Amazon cloud, or whether they are on-prem, right? What are those applications those are going to run? So I have taken some of the most common applications that I used to personally use in my previous company, right? When I run the company, I had this different SaaS. So I have noted down, the price per user per month in different places, and you can see that over the time. So for example, I have taken, it's usually the pricing is per user per month. That's generally the pricing that these SaaS applications go with, which these folks have, the folks in the previous panel has talked about. And I have just compared, so suppose you are 15 user organization, right? And you used all these different applications, Slack, Notion, Jira, right? You will have spent 26 lakhs in just year 1. And by year 3, you would have spent 77 lakhs. And if you are a 50-member organization, you will have spent 2.6 crores. 2.6 crores in 3 years. And so, but you buy my server, right? So you will have open source alternatives for all these SaaS applications that makes your organization productive, right? For example, coming from Mattermost, which is open source version of Slack that Zerodha uses as their internal communication tool, to NoCodeDB, which allows you to build like no-code applications, right? And many other CRM, every other tool you have right out of the box, and you just pay 2.5 lakhs. So versus, and it can support 50 users just fine. So you are in the end saving almost 100 times, right? By basically using this sort of on-premise server, right? 2.6 crores versus 2.5 lakhs. That's how crazy this is. And this is why I do consider RIP SaaS as a good title. So this is I was in news. So been covered for different people, and connect with me on WhatsApp. That's it. Thanks.